Hello people of YouTube, it's Deepak here, and welcome to the DCS news stream for the 27th of January 2024. I hope you all enjoyed that, the most recent tutorial in my series on the Viggen. Today we got to shoot some Sidewinders at MiG-21s, which was a bit of a laugh, both with and without the radar. So that's a good one. You now know how to defend yourselves when you're flying online against evil MiGs. So welcome to the stream, Stuart McLean, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Mark S, Pink Floyd, Storm Kimbari, Colin Kelly, Paul Dillon, Only Napalm, Hussein, and B Denson. Welcome to the stream, all of you. Yes, and a quick reminder to subscribe, like, and comment if you haven't already. We're slowly creeping towards that 10k subscribers, which is very, very exciting. Tom Johnson, yay, finally in a time zone to watch live at a decent hour. Welcome to the stream, Tier 0, welcome. Welcome, everybody. So yes, very, very exciting. Next week we'll cover the RB05 in its air-to-air mode. This is really going to be kind of difficult. This is the one with the red flare on the back that you manually steer. It has an air-to-air mode. I think it's only really useful against helicopters and bombers and kind of larger, slower moving targets. But we'll see what we can do with that. That should be a bit of a laugh. John Bluer, welcome to the stream. So yes, welcome. We've got some fun stuff to look at today. But as always, let's start with the Eagle Dynamics newsletter and see what they have to say to us. Welcome to the stream, Sean Am81 and Leo Netzel as well. Welcome all of you. Also, yeah, keep in mind that I do monitor chat. That's why I keep looking off in this direction. So feel free to request shout-outs and say things and so on. The Mac, good evening from Sweden. I also happen to be in Sverige. So Sverige, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, welcome from Stockholm. So, let's begin. Eagle Dynamics newsletter. This one's from yesterday, 26th of January. Dear fighter pilots, partners, and friends, in our ongoing commitment to provide a seamless and unified experience to all, we'll be moving away from the traditional stable and open beta builds. Starting with the upcoming release, DCS will transition to a single, unified version. This move aims to streamline the update process, reduce fragmentation, and ensure that all pilots have access to the latest features and improvements simultaneously. This unified approach will not only simplify the user experience, but also allow for more efficient development cycles, fostering a more cohesive and connected community. Your feedback has been invaluable in shaping this decision, and we are excited to embark on this new journey together. How exciting. I wonder, chat, how many of you were ever running the stable branch? I know myself, I've always been running open beta, and of course we always complain about the instability. But you know, open beta is the way to get all the coolest, latest features and to fly new aircraft when they're released, because of course new aircraft modules appear on open beta first and then make their way to stable generally quite a bit later. So would be very interesting to hear chat's opinion on this whole thing and how many of you ever did in fact run stable. I've always been pretty unstable myself. The Avia Storm team has been hard at work crafting the highly anticipated DCS Tornado. It actually is a Tornado. We're pleased to share a development report to keep you in the loop. The Tornado is undergoing meticulous attention to detail to ensure an immersive and quality module. We're delighted to spotlight the talented content creator Growling Sidewinder, whose dedication enriches the DCS experience for all of us. To show our appreciation, we're running a special promotion that offers exclusive discounts on selected modules. Check out his videos to learn more on Growling Sidewinder's YouTube. Also watch me, please. Tea Kettle Barbecue, I have both installed, as some servers I play on are stable only. Pink Floyd, no stable person file flies a stable install. Mark S, I'm sure you're a stable genius. I know, outdated joke. Oh yeah. Sean Am81, I ran stable when I first got started, switched when I realised that stable didn't have all the fun toys. Paul Dillon has both. Mark, oh, this started earlier. Just got off the server. Evening all. Exciting. Very exciting. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you aboard. So yes, unified release, a new era begins. What else are they telling us about this? For the past several years, we have released DCS in two forms. The open beta, which includes the most recent changes to allow broad testing, and the stable version, which is based on the most recent open beta and has no known crashes, thus the term stable. In 2024, we'll be moving to a unified DCS update. This change has been a common customer request and will streamline our release process. We believe that it will also help avoid confusion for both single-player missions and multiplayer servers. Starting with our first update of the year in February, we will also be making the same changes to the DCS Steam Edition. Please stay tuned for more details. Okay, that's good, that's good. And yeah, I guess we're skipping the January update. I was actually waiting for an update this month, but the thing is, we've got to keep in mind that Eagle Dynamics does tend to take vacations in January, I think maybe for Orthodox Christmas and things like that, so that's understandable. We'll be getting cool new stuff soon. Aviastorm's Tornado development progress. We've got this picture, which actually does link to a screenshot. There you go. So that looks like a caution and warning panel to me in the Tornado. Nice to see that. And 5 3D artists are currently working on the project, which involves significant personnel commitment. This investment will result in a module that meets your expectations. Aviastorm has had the opportunity to examine many small details of this aircraft, the level of detail that DCS demands. Such details may not initially stand out, or even be noticed by most customers, but they are crucial in the context of creating a masterpiece that is the Tornado. An example includes the emergency ram air flap and 2 cooling flaps. We're dedicated to achieving the level of quality we and Eagle Dynamics aspire to, and what is expected from DCS customers. Leonetzel, will this mean that the updates will be larger and maybe once every quarter instead? No, they've not mentioned that actually, so my expectation would be that it's still going to be a monthly update. How they're going to achieve that it's not going to break every single time, I don't know. Yeah, I guess more information to follow. This seems like an interesting decision, and they say that a lot of people were asking for this. I don't know who. I've never asked for this, but it's probably a good idea. It certainly does. What they say is that it unifies the player base, and that, of course, is the case. I can imagine that sometimes servers were advertising events and looking for people to join, and then people were like, "Oh, but your server's not in my browser list." And that's because they're running different versions. So I can imagine this is the case. Pink Floyd, less Tornado, more F111. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Don't you know that we're all about the Tornado here? Tornado is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to flying it. It's going to be a laugh. Growling Sidewinder affiliate program. We are pleased to extend our warmest congratulations to Growling Sidewinder as he takes on the role of affiliate and brand ambassador for DCS. His proven determination fuels our fires, and we're incredibly thankful to have him on board. Please check out the GS Discord and keep your eyes on the skies for some exclusive deals, only on Growling Sidewinder's YouTube. I'm actually going to click this just now. Yes, nice. Yeah, he does have a bunch of really good videos, so this is good. I tend to watch the stuff that he does where he's doing like aircraft versus aircraft kind of stuff. I find those quite fun. So yeah, this is good. This is good. Glad that he's getting some recognition. As always, thank you again for your passion and continued support. Yours sincerely, Eagle Dynamics. Yogi, good evening, Deepak. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Next, Heatblur released a video yesterday. I'm sure none of you have noticed. I'm sure none of you watched this. I'm sure none of you are interested. Why would you want to look at this? It's a DCS F4E first in, last out Wild Weasel gameplay trailer and manual release. We have the manual for the Phantom F4 now. I'm, of course, as always, playing this without audio, but this is a really nicely put together video from Heatblur, as always. Oh, Yogi, thank you very much for the donation. That's extremely kind of you, sir. Thank you. Any word on the Typhoon? Nothing at the present time. Heatblur are really just talking about the Phantom right now. So yeah, check out this video on Heatblur's YouTube channel. It's absolutely brilliant. Some nice voice acting in here as well. And it's the first time that I've actually seen the Rio operating the Maverick in the F4, so very, very cool. These weasels be wild. Very, very nice to see this. Oh, look, the video length is 420. Elon Musk would be very, very into this. Oh dear, yes. Check out this, check out this. Approaching the target area. So Wild Weasel, of course, referring to the kind of old school Vietnam era tactic where you pop up and get surface-to-air missile or anti-air batteries to fire on you, thus giving away their location, and then you or other members of your flight can then attack them. Just look at the graphics here. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, weasels are inbound, doing their thing. Awesome video, I agree. Yogi, when do you think they'll launch the F4E? Any moment now. This could be any time now, because they've already had the pre-order, the manual is out, this trailer is out. Yeah, I think probably quite soon. So, target should be somewhere here. Let's see. Can we get it to fire on us? And the answer, of course, is yes. Yes, we can. Yeah, there's some good voice acting in this one, actually. It's fun hearing the pilot and Rio interact. Beep, 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 beep. Really nice livery on this F4 as well. Rolling over, rolling inverted while getting fired on. Feels like a good way to take a shot straight through the canopy. Missile launch. So they've now enticed the surface-to-air missile system into firing on them, so they will now be able to figure out where it is, and thus, I think their wingman actually goes in and attacks it. This guy just needs to try and defeat the missile right now. Very, very risky tactic, of course. But of course, our triumphant protagonists do survive. Pink Floyd, still no pre-order on Steam, but that's a red-hot video. Yeah, it's very, very nice. Yogi, I'm really looking forward to the Jester AI 2.0 from Heatblur. They say it's a game changer. Everything in this module looks just incredible. Absolutely incredible. The RWR, the new version of Jester, even drawing on the canopy, having the integrated manual in the cockpit. Just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh yes, watch this. He's going to fire a Maverick using the little hooded sight here. This is my first time seeing this. That's really smart. Rifle. Taking out a surface-to-air missile radar with a Maverick. This is some baller move right here. I like this. Not even using the oh, what was it they had? Not the harm, not the alarm, but the other one. They do have an anti-radiation missile, of course. And protagonist is in need of new diapers. Quite possibly, quite possibly. So there you go. That is the latest video from Heatblur, looking very, very nice indeed. Well worth a look. Go and check out Heatblur's channel. 77,000 of you have already viewed that video, so looking very, very cool indeed. The Shrike, thank you very much. AGM 45 Shrike. That's what I was thinking of. So yeah, I love the fact they're not even bothering to use a Shrike. They're going to get in really close and they're going to rifle it with a Maverick, which seems a little bit dangerous to me, but hey, what do I know? So, that's that. As I said, I believe that probably means that the Phantom is coming at some point soon. Another thing that happened, oh actually here we go, Tier 0, I'd like to see a more realistic video from Heatblur where the pilot has to make 3 passes because he forgot where the button was in his HOTAS, something that I can identify with. I'm pretty sure that real pilots in the Phantom didn't have that kind of problem. Of course, we all have different hardware, we all have different button layouts and so on. Actually, that's an interesting question. What setups do you all use? Check this out. I've got a Virpil VPC 50. This is what I currently use. I, of course, mostly fly the Harrier, and I find this very, very good for that. Got it on the desk mount as well. And this one I find quite nice because you can quite easily adjust it to operate for just about any modern aircraft. And my what would be like the brake lever on a Soviet or Russian aircraft also acts as a button, so I can use it as a paddle switch in Western aircraft, which I do. I use it as my SAS override in the Harrier, and this is exactly where it would be in a Harrier. Anyway, yeah, what kind of HOTAS are you all running? You wonderful, wonderful people, you. Yogi, I wonder if they'll look at the upgrade to the Harm, which they used in the Gulf War 1. Interesting. Tier 0, been thinking of getting one of those desk mounts. It's absolutely brilliant. I've had that one for 6 years, I think. I've been running that stick, and it's absolutely perfect. Never had a problem with it. I'm also running the Virpil pedals, and I also have the Virpil CM3 throttle, which is a bit more modern. Pink Floyd, you should have a contest, and one of us can win that flight stick. That specific flight stick. That's my flight stick. I need it. I wouldn't be able to fly. Tea Kettle Barbecue, I'm a Virpil fanboy, as am I. My entire setup is Virpil, and an HP Reverb G2 headset for VR. Yogi got the F-18 Orion 2. Check out the fancy boy here. Nice. Nice hardware. I've heard good things about those. Sean Am81, I'm running the X56. I was running the F56 before I bought this. That was my previous stick. Really good stick. Paul Dillon, Wing F16EX, also a really good looking stick. Is that the one that's force sensing? Very, very nice. Wing Orion 2, awesome HOTAS. The Mac, running a TM1600 HOTAS. That is a good entry level HOTAS. That works perfectly well. I know a lot of people who fly with those, and they're good. They do the job. So anyway, on to the next story just now. We also had an updated Apache roadmap from Matt Wagner, posted here on the Eagle Dynamics forums. The main thing being, of course, the things that were most recently delivered. So we got, of course, BDA shot reports, fire control radar, AI damage model improvements, priority and no fire zone data transfer. These are all the things that have landed now. In blue, in development now for the Apache, the remaining FCR modes and multi-crew sync, the link mode, the zoom, the C-scope mode, and the campaign. And these will all be delivered before the end of early access. And these are things that they're working on right now. After early access, we should expect the data transfer cartridge, the anti-ice system, the radar frequency interferometer, the radar jammer, and selectable pilot patches. These will all be coming later. They're not being worked on as yet, but they will be worked on soon. Pink Floyd is running a Warthog. Stuart McLean, Virpil from the start. Easy enough for custom nameplates. John Bluer, modded Thrustmaster Warthog. Set also using the F-18, F-15 Harrier RIP. Oh my, that's nice. Whiskey Dale, I have a Thrustmaster, Virpil, and Wing equipment. Only Napalm, TM Warthog, and an F-18 stick. That's a popular one. Yeah, I wanted more buttons. Well, the thing is, we always want more buttons. I have a ridiculous amount of buttons between my stick and throttle. But yeah, that's the standard thing with flight simmers. We always want more buttons. So anyway, that was the big update to the Apache roadmap. Matt Wagner signaling what's being worked out on now, and what we should expect to come soon. Another update that we got was from Razbam. This is actually the article at Stormbirds. Always check out stormbirds.blog for your flight sim news requirements. They're very, very good. DCS MiG-23 MLA status update from Razbam. Things appear to be kicking into a higher gear in 2024 for Razbam's DCS MiG-23 MLA project. Brought to us by the same team that previously did the MiG-19, the MiG-23 has become highly anticipated in some circles, and so any news on the project is welcome. Today we got a good snapshot of where the project is. Let's take a look. Like many DCS World modules, development can take years and often follow long-winded pathways to get to early access status. The DCS MiG-23 has been on something of its own odyssey, but it looks like development is now well underway, and things are headed in some good directions right now. Posted earlier today to their Discord server, Razbam have shared the following news. Actually, let's grab this image first. Do we have more pictures? No, just the one screenshot just now. Looking nice. Looking nice. Good shot, the MiG-23. Anyway, here below is the latest update from our devs working on the mighty MiG-23 MLA 23-12A. The external model is 90% complete. Work on the final elements of the visual damage model and the liveries remain. The internal model, cockpit, is around 70% complete, with about 95% of the required animations and textures for the coding process already made. The cockpit is currently using simple textures, while the more detailed and realistic ones are a work in progress that will be shown once the work is in a more advanced state. The module manual draft is in an advanced state and will be finished soon. This will be interesting if they actually have a manual before they release. Looking at you, Harrier. We'll see if it can be shared with the community eventually once it's more complete to help with the wait. Aircraft systems modelling and cockpit interactivity is in full swing for some time now. Initial testing of the aircraft in-game has already started. Thank you for your support from all of us at Razbam. All of this sounds very enthusiastic and even encouraging that the module is now in the sim and having its systems and cockpit interactivity implemented. I'd hazard to make any guesses on what this means for an early access state, and the earlier enthusiasm I had for a 2024 maybe being the year of the MiG-23, was probably premature. Still, this is encouraging and certainly putting the module in more of a limelight than it had previously been. It should add an interesting element to the mix of Cold War era aircraft that have been building up in DCS World. So that's the latest update on the Razbam MiG-23 MLA, courtesy of Stormbirds. Thank you very much, Stormbirds. John Bluer, an Xbox 360 controller for the Apache CPG. I'm very similar. I've got an Xbox Series X controller, which is basically the same thing. Nico, Cytec X56. Yes, yeah, that's a goodie. I used to run that too. Pink Floyd ordered the Warthog flight stick, but Amazon sent me the full kit with the throttle by mistake. Contacted them and they said keep it. Free throttle. Well done. That's a pretty good deal. Apparently they do that a lot when they send the wrong stuff. Whiskey Dale, Virpil is the way to go if you're looking for an F14 stick. Oh yes, yeah, they have an actual F14 stick, which is amazing. John Bluer, MiG-23 fills a nice gap for Red 4, especially now the MiG-29 is coming. Very nice. Another quick reminder to subscribe, like, and comment if you haven't already. It's a really big help to me and to the channel. And that actually is all the news that I had for this week. So that just leaves me to pimp the VAF, as I often do. But first I need to cough. Excuse me, it's going to be worse when I go to read out the ground crew. That always takes a bit of time. So yes, the VAF, or the Virtual Air Force, is a virtual online squadron originally started by myself and dotChuckles many moons ago. We're an online virtual squadron with an opt-in milsim style approach. We have two generic squadrons, one for fixed wing and one for rotary wing, if you want to fly a variety of different aircraft. We then also have dedicated squadrons for the Harrier, the F-15, the F-16 and the F-18 if you would like to do more targeted training, type ratings and qualifications. We fly every Tuesday and Wednesday at... Tuesday and Wednesday, sorry, I tell a lie. We fly every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 PM UK time, and we do like a mixture of training sessions and missions. Come join our Discord. The link is currently in the chat, or if you're watching this after the fact, the link is down in the show notes below. Everybody is welcome, whether you fly with us or not. We have people mostly flying in Europe. We have some people in the USA as well, and Canada. And we're always looking for more people. If you want to do air traffic control, you don't necessarily have to fly with us. Or admin, mission making, livery making, scripting, all kinds of stuff. We're always looking for more people to join the VAF. SeanAm81 also been eyeing the VKB Stex throttle. One of the guys actually in 3 Squadron, one of our Harrier pilots, just got one of those, and it looks really, really cool. I think it could be a good one. Could be pretty good. So, yeah, join the VAF. Join the VAF. It's good fun. Also, remember to subscribe, like, and comment. I really appreciate those of you who do. Thank you very much to everybody for your support. The channel is really growing very, very well. It's absolutely fantastic. Also, check out my new channel called Deep Hack Plays, where I'm currently playing a mixture of Escape from Tarkov and Derail Valley, and I'll probably play other stuff as time goes on as well. Go and check that channel out if you would like to see that kind of content. I'm going to keep this channel, the Deep Hack channel, really just for doing the DCS stuff. So, yeah, that's how it's going to be. Check out Deep Hack Plays, please. Also, if you'd like to further support the channel, you have the option of joining Deep Hack's ground crew for a small monthly fee by clicking the join button below. I really appreciate those of you who've already done so. Massive shout out and thank you very much to Autothrust Blue, Byron Farrow, Storm Kimbari, Channel Right, Mangash, JR Walker, Chandler Hedgevald, Griff Nizzle, Mr. Yeti, Bread, Tier 0, SeanAm81, Charts, John Bluer, Mr. Craptacular, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Springer11, Frantic Stone, AB, Whiskey Dale, Leo Netzel, Colonel Billington, Not Tom York, Daniel Brennan, Dog, Cyrus, Paul Dillon, Nate, Red Vampire, very much everybody for your support. Pink Floyd, any word on your Harrier series? Oh, it takes so long to record those videos. I have been working on it, but because they're they're kind of highly technical and kind of slow and prodding and procedural, and I normally do my videos in a single take, it means that it takes a really, really long time to get those done. I am indeed still working on those, and I would really like to get it out ASAP, but I also want it to be perfect, so you might need to wait just a little bit longer for those, but they are coming. They are coming. That's part of my partnership with Razbam, where they've given me access to their subject matter experts on the Harrier, and that's been really, really good for creating these highly detailed videos by the book for the Harrier. So anyway, I've been Deep Hack every Saturday at 8:30, let me think, no, 6:30 p.m. UK time. I always have to think in different time zones. I publish a video in my tutorial series, currently doing the Viggen. Next week, I'm going to do a video about the RB05 and air-to-air mode. That's then followed by the DCS News, which just happens to be this thing, what you're watching right now. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Fly safe, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta!